It's 1111 portal. Hi, powerful manifestors. My name is Beverly, and I am your 5D Powerful Manifestors teacher in here. And I say to you, in the next 365 days and beyond, you're going to be hearing me that your identity is what's creating your reality. Let's dive into it. A year ago, I launched today's day, 1111 portal. January 11, 2025, my Millionaire 5D Powerful Manifestors Academy coaching. And I must say, what a journey. And although everything did not go according to plan, and here's why. When I reflected back later on last year, I realized that I was too focused and romanticizing with the potential of my business, and I was less focused on how can I impact the humanity and helping really build connections between myself and to others, the collective that I am serving, supposed to this powerful manifestation academy. So during my stay for the whole year in Manifestation 5DU, in my Manifestation University, I was attached to what has been promised according to what I have heard, right? This is only my own interpretation in the early of my stage on 5DU, that I will be fully supported in my journey, whether I launch my business, how I'm going to make it to 100K and scaling up to 1 million pounds business empire on coaching. And then I later in the first quarter, I was so focused on it. But then as well, the vibe and the sub-concept is still did not land it really, and didn't imprinted and embedded yet maturely on my system. So my nervous system is still very reactive. And I must say, I was also at that time being challenged with the relationship with myself. My weight that has poured on 2024 starts slowly creeping in because I have not been sleeping. I constantly battered myself of working constantly on my brain. I was constantly strategizing and I could not go to sleep. I could not focus. And because there was is called this, we have the bulletproof morning millionaire routine. I was struggling to implement this on my morning routines because it's got to be early. And then when I can't do it, I can't get up because of course I'm also a mom. I do everything in the house and I still doing the business, the traditional business that I was on online. So my focus was diluted from really my purpose. And I really feel this purpose on me since in the beginning in 2020, it's really come on heavy on me when I had my spiritual awakening, and I realized that I'm on a spiritual awakening. So I have my mentor, my spiritual activator. I activated it. He was from Canada and I paid thousands of it. And then again, I was just constantly in seeking for who can help me. And although I am in a 5D Manifestation Academy University, rather, she was my mentor, the one that I prayed for. I paid for her for thousands of pounds. And then here comes again another mentor that built her eight-figure business within 3 years. I wanted to jump it again. And I said to myself, stop. I need to first, not going to be able to take any clients until I will figure it out first myself of how I am really going this bulletproof morning millionaire routine. And until I had regulated fully and conquered myself, like you think you conquered yourself, I'm spiritual, I'm ascending, blah, blah, blah. You got to be also watchful with what you are doing because there is, Eckhart said, there is a spiritual egoism as well. Like the bigger, you think that you are spiritual now, you're above others now, you're going to be humbled. And the best thing to describe my journey is it's like you're a baby and then you start to learn to walk and then you kind of falling into like you kind of going into your teenager and it's like, oh my god, I'm teenager, I'm adult now, and I was like, I can do it myself without my parent, right? Like without like, you know, supervision with your mentors. And then you kind of do it, and then you walk and then you stumble and then it's like, oh, that's hard, like the kind of thing that like that hits me. So I think the point of view that I am wanting to get across to you is like this: regardless of how many mentors you have on the side, but then if you are not having a solid foundation, like the self concept is not sinking in yet with your system, with your nervous system, and you're really fully regulated, and your subconscious accepting that and stepping into your role, into your power as an a version of you who are embodying the embodiment of the manifestation that you are, then you still kind of feeling you're not there. You're not being enough. So I think what helps me was leaving the Facebook, because I'm still feeling I was actually absorbing a lot of negativity there, because of course the people in there was my community for a decade, 14 years in my online traditional business, and they're unconscious. I must say I'm not judging them, but most of them are still ranting, complaining their day-to-day life, and just all the bunch of news and social medias and all the narratives. And since I leave Facebook on June, a beginning of June, and then I start seeing the results of what I had written down early in 2024, and I mean late in 2024, my self-concept, and the early March of 2025, until through the end of the year, I experienced a deep feeling of me being me, what I wrote in my manifestation. And now I said 2026, this is the year that I am really going to fully immerse myself into teaching, creating contents like this, and sharing my experience authentically without filter. Because before I was so focused and frustrated on cutting the edge of what I've said. This is no filter. What I said this, and if I'm not to articulate to you, it's because I am still articulating of how I am going to express my experience to the collective. And if you are manifesting and your manifestation techniques doesn't work anymore, it's because you're ascending, and like the techniques that what works last few years back, it doesn't work now because you need more like regulation. And also what I said, stop affirming yourself. And if you are not doing your self-concept, writing your self-concept, write it today. Write the ultimate goal that you want to manifest this year. One thing. It could be your financial stability. It could be your career elevation. It could be your relationship with your spouse, with your partners, your kids, your health, your love life, whatever it is. Focus on one and then add the rest below. And if you need help, I'm here to guide you. And you can see a lot of posts, the prints there that I write in my journal every single day. That's for you, and you can claim it. I love you. Please follow for more, and I have a lot of surprises for you. Next month, there's a big surprise for everyone who are following me. I love you. 111 Portal, write your self-concept. Your identity creates your reality. Bye!